Alright, so in this video, I'm going to review my second wedding preset pack. First one I released, it was like 2 years ago. And so far over thousands of purchases and a lot of great feedback, I thought it would be a great idea to update that version and make a second one that includes more catchy and trendy looks. So this video will be dedicated for reviewing this preset pack, and by the end of the video, if you're interested to get them, the link will be in the description with a discount code where you can use, and it's gonna be for a limited time. Thank you so much for your support. This will means a lot to me, even if you just check it out. It's gonna really help me out to continue making these videos, and especially if you're into wedding photography or you're thinking to start a wedding photography, I believe this pack has a huge value for a very reasonable price. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so here we are in Lightroom. Here we have 12 wedding photos that I will be applying these preset on. After downloading the preset and importing them over your Lightroom, you get around 10 preset as you can see. So without further ado, let's just start and applying these preset. We're gonna start off with this photo. Now you should keep in mind that presets are different from one photo to another. So this preset might be good for this photo, another preset could be better for another photo. So just keep that in mind. For this particular photo, I think I would go with nude warm and then add a little bit of brightness. Now also you should keep in mind that you can always adjust the exposure because your photo could be underexposed or overexposed, so you have to kind of balance the exposure. So in my case, I'm gonna add more exposure, and this is before, this is the after. Now let's jump to the next photo. You can either just click previous and it will copy and paste the previous adjustment, and boom, I think I'm fine with this. Maybe I can bring down the exposure a little bit, but other than that, this is before, this is the after. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead. We have this photo here. We can experiment with a couple of them here. We have also gloom, which is a bit different from the rest, but I think I'm gonna go with nude warm again because of the skin tone and like the grass field color. It feels much better to have a warmer tone, but again, you can also adjust these. If you go with nude number 1, you can kind of add the warmness here, you know, adjust this depending on your photo. Next we have not a wedding photo, but usually wedding pictures are taken in an environment like this, so I thought it would be nice to try these preset and to see how it looks. Nude number 1, and then add a little bit of exposure and add a little bit of temperature here. Next we're gonna jump to this photo, which is an actual wedding photo. As you can see, we have nude bright, which I kind of like. We have 1 minus. I think I would go with this nude 1 minus. It's very soft and the effect is not that harsh on the photo. I'm gonna decrease the exposure a little bit. So this is before, after, before, after. Next we have this photo. Again, this is a very similar environment that a wedding photography would take place. We have nude warm, but I think I would go with nude bright. Kind of like the feeling that it gives. So before, after, I really like it. Next we have a kind of night wedding photography. For this one, I think the black and white would be really good, as you can see. So we have black and white, and we have black and white volume 2. This is more contrasty, this is less contrasty, but I think I would go with a bit more contrast for this one. Before, after, I love it. Here we have another wedding photography. The colors in this photo are more dragged into the nature kind of greenish vibe. So I think I'm gonna go with 1 minus. As you can see, it gives us a really nice fade matte look. Then let's jump to the next one. Here we can probably go with nude 3. Has a little bit of the cold temperature. So I think I'm gonna just decrease the exposure and it should be fine. So before, after, before, after. Next we have this very nice photo running on the beach. Maybe we can just click previous and see. Not bad actually, but we can try with probably nude number 1. It gives us a bit more contrast to the colors, and I think it's been cropped. So yes, before, after, before, after. Last but not least, I think I can just Click previous. Wow, I love this one. Decrease the exposure a little bit. Maybe bring down the contrast. Before, after, before, after. Here we have the last photo. We can try gloom. Just one click. I really like the colors here. It gives some very nice warm temperature. Overall, let's say very moody look. We can also try maybe like nude warm. Bring down the exposure a little bit. And this is before, after, before, after. All right guys, so this is pretty much it. If you like the result, make sure to check out the preset pack. It also comes with a discount for a limited time. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one. So basically, if you're wondering where the backlight is coming, it's coming from here. Probably messing up my light, but I kind of covered it so it has like one direction for my hair backlight. Just I thought you would be interested to know. Kind of ruined my setup here.